the teachings and experiences and the matters of wisdom of Hazur Ghaus-e Azam Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu in Urdu, we also today initiate to explain the same matters and address and contemplate upon the same matters in English. The reason for that being is where a significant percentage of the world population, Muslims and non-Muslims, are interested in the teachings of Islam presented to them in the Urdu language. A significant and substantial proportion and percentage of the Muslims strive to look for the same text in English. So it is, in a sense, for their need. And Sayyidi Shaykh Muhammad Mohsin Yusufi, my father, my mentor, my teacher, my spiritual guide, my Baba Jan, he contemplated upon the fact that it was a need of the hour that the true message of the Dargah-e Mohsiniya and, in a sense, the true message of Islam be presented in English. Therefore, we today initiate a lecture series pertaining to the blessed Giyarwee Shareef and the 11th century saint in English today as well. By way of initiation, I wish to humbly commence this lecture series in English with the blessed poetry that has been done by my spiritual guide. And before that, let us then recite the blessed Darood Sharif once again. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Sayyidi ya Rasulullah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Sayyidi ya Habiballah. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Sayyidi ya Rasulullah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Sayyidi ya Habiballah. ہے میرے محبوب سبحانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی، محمد کے نور سے نورانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. شاہین و شہباز کی رفتار میں کون تیرا ثانی، تم ہو شہباز لا مکانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. گیلانی جیلانی محبوب سبحانی قندیل نورانی، لقب ہے قطب ربانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. جس کے سر پہ ہو تیرا ہاتھ ولایت میں وہ شہباز، لاہور ہو یا بغداد نہیں تیرا ثانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. ہم اثر ہوں متقدم ہوں یا اولیاء متاخرین ہوں، تیرا قدم ولایت پر مہر حقانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. تا قیامت فیضان اولیاء، تا قیامت فیضان ولایت اولیاء کو سید الاولیاء سے کہتے ہیں مجدد الفسانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. میرے ظاہر پہ نہ جانا، اندر پہ نظر فرمانا، قادری ہوں بھیس نقشبندی امام ربانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. میری زبان تیرے ذکر سے تر ہو، میرا حضر ہو یا سفر ہو، تیرے قدموں میں میرا سر ہو، بسر ہو زندگانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. حسنین سے مارا جل بحرین سے نجیب الطرفین، بزرگی میں بزرگوں کے ہو بزرگ خاکانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. تیرے انوار انوار الہی، تیری شان شان الہی، مشکل تیری توصیف خوش الحانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. سنبھالنے والے ہوں ہم تو گھبرانے کی ضرورت کیا، میری کہانی تیری زبانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. غوث اعظم پیروں کے پیر ہو، پیران پیر ہو، کوئی مانے یا نہ مانے یہ شعر خوانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. نقشبندی قادری ہوں، سہروردی یا ہوں چشتی، سبھی کو ملتا ہے تیرا فیض روحانی شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی. तुझे गौस कहते कहते, तुझे गौस कहते कहते मोहसिन हुए गौस कहने वाले, मोहसिनों के हो मोहसिन लासानी, शेख अब्दुल कादिर जिलानी। हैं मेरे महबूबे सुबहानी, शेख अब्दुल कादिर जिलानी। मोहम्मद के नूर से नूरानी, शेख अब्दुल कादिर जिलानी। How could I ever thank my friend? How could I ever thank my friend when no thanks could be worthy of him? As Hazrat Sayyidi Sheikh Sadi Shirazi Rahmatullah Alayhi states. Yet, this series of lectures in English is a wish of my father, and it is a dedication to my beloved and his beloved, and is therefore a humble gesture of respect and admiration and an omen, an indication that somewhere in the secret corridors, that somewhere in the silent pavements, that somewhere there is a person, there is a humble, the unworthy one who wishes to speak of the worthy one. And it is the materialization of that we endeavor to initiate this series. Your love has wrested me away from me. You the one I need, you the one I crave. Day and night I burn, gripped by agony. You the one I need, you're the one I crave. The only solace I have is your love. You the one I need, you the one I crave. Lovers yearn for you, but your love slays them. At the bottom of the sea it lays them. You are the one I need. You are the one I crave. Even if at the end they make me die, even if at the end they make me die and scatter my ashes up to the sky, my pit would yet break into this outcry. You are the one I need. You are the one I crave. And it is in that perspective that we wish to address the same. Our agenda is to discuss the life of a saint, the life of a venerated saint, a revered saint, an 11th century saint, his discipline, his traditions, his wisdom, his experiences, his teachings, which my beloved followed and taught the others to follow. The great saint, we believe, is alive. The one who left for us a legacy of teachings, a legacy of how to tread the right path, a legacy of how to be amongst the beloveds of Allah, a legacy of teachings, a legacy of oceans and wealth of knowledge, a legacy of experiences, a legacy and a model for the others to follow. And he was that saint whose arrival and whose advent would spread love across the borders, that would know no bounds. His slightest glance upon someone would change lives and would make that lay person into a saint of Allah. He was thus an embodiment of love, the great intercessor, the great intercessor, the great benefactor that the world was about to witness, that the world was about to see, and whose teachings the world was about to experience. Be it a prophet, or be it a saint, or be it a layman, he was the one beloved to Allah. He was the one beloved to the beloved Prophet of Allah. And he was the one beloved to everyone that there was. He was the man of ineffable grandeur and majesty in the realm of Islamic mysticism. He was the human manifestation of divine consciousness, the highest saint in the hierarchical structure of saints, the revered saint, the unparalleled saint, the distinguished saint, the unrivaled saint, the unprecedented saint, the illuminated saint, the unfathomable saint, the sovereign of saints, the leader of saints, the eagle of the higher realm, the mystic of Allah, the great intercessor, the interpretation of the Holy Quran itself, the gnostic of Allah, the mystic of Allah, the beloved of Allah, the beloved of the beloved of Allah, Hazrat Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala. So it was that blessed night. It was that blessed night. That night that would witness the birth of the leader of saints. And it was at that moment, that hour of the night, when Hazrat Abu Saleh was blessed with the vision of the noble, the honorable, the most distinguished, the unrivaled, the unsurpassable model of behavior, the seal of apostleship, the seal of prophethood, the noble messenger, the honorable messenger, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Hazrat Abu Saleh was blessed with the vision of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, that night. And the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, he saw the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, along with his companions in his home, in his house. And that blessed night was the birth of the Hazur Wasi-Azam. And the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said to Hazrat Abu Saleh, O Abu Saleh, O Abu Saleh, Allah has bestowed a son to you. Allah has bestowed a son to you who is my son, and he is my beloved and is the beloved of Allah. O Abu Saleh, his rank amongst the saints is like that of mine amongst the prophets and messengers. So Ghaus-e-Azam darmiyane awliya, Chu Muhammad darmiyane anbiya. Ghaus-e-Azam is like that in saints as I am amongst the prophets and messengers of Allah. Undeniably, what a great blessing that is. So many a prophecies and glad tidings were documented in recording. They were recorded on the arrival of the great Ghaus-e-Azam Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And the beloved saint had not yet arrived in this world. His birth had not yet taken place. Yet many a centuries back, the coming saints would welcome and celebrate his arrival amongst their disciples, amongst their murideen and devotees. And for that an account, we refer to the 11th Imam. The 11th Imam, Imam Hasan Askari. Imam Hasan Askari, who gave his prayer mat to one of his disciples, along with an advice to keep it under care and pass it on to the trusted person next for onward transmission with utmost care till the advent of Ghaus-e-Azam in the 5th century. In the middle of the 5th century, and give it to him my legacy, and give it to him my legacy, and impart my salutation to him with respect. So this was the 11th Imam who in his lifetime had predicted and reported the arrival of Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam, Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And one following day, while sermonizing, Sayyid al-Taifa, as my Sayyidi calls him, my father, Hazrat Junaid Baghdadi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, all of a sudden, this came out from him that his foot will be on my neck as well. So all of a sudden, Hazrat Junaid Baghdadi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, when he was sitting amongst his devotees and disciples and murids, this came out from his mouth that his foot will be on my neck as well. The people inquired. The devotees, the murideen, the disciples, they inquired, Ya Hazrat, what is this that you say? What is this that you utter? Whose foot will be on your neck? Who is that person whose foot will be on your neck? And this is not a normal person. This is Sayyid al-Taifa, Hazrat Junaid Baghdadi, who is saying, and he said that it has been revealed to me that at the end of the 5th century, a highly respectable person will be born in the family of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. His name would be Abdul Qadir and title Muhayyiddin. Muhayyiddin refers to the one who revives the religion. The reviver of the religion. He said that he will be born in the family of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. His name would be Abdul Qadir and his title Muhayyiddin. His birthplace would be Jalan and abode Baghdad. His foot would be on the necks of all the foremost and the latest saints. And later on, Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam, one day he stated, Qadam hazihi ala rakabatin kulli walijallah, that my foot is on the necks of all Aliya, on the necks of all saints. So this is Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam, that who can compete with your speed? Indeed, you are the eagle of the higher realm. Shaheen o Shahbaz ki raftar mein kaun tera sani? Tum ho Shahbaz la makani. Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, who can compete with your speed? Indeed, you are the eagle of the higher realm. So be it your fellow saints, saints those who came before you, or the ones who came after you, they all, on all of them, your foot serves as the divine stamp of sainthood. O Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, hum asar ho, mutakaddim ho, ya awliyae mutakhirin ho, tera kadam vilayat par mohre haqqani. Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani. And this is what Hazrat Junaid Baghdadi stated many a years back, before the blessed birth of Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And on a similar account, Hazrat Shaykh Mansoor Bataiki, one day whilst he was sitting amongst his disciples, he said, very soon a man will be born in Baghdad, whose name will be Abdul Qadir and title Muhayyiddin. His rank will be the highest amongst the saints. And if any one of you attains the time of his life, you must give my utmost respect to him, and you must respect him. And then the much awaited one was born. The saint of Allah, the beloved of Allah, the saint and the sovereign of all the saints of Islam, the Ghaus-e-Azam, the man of ineffable grandeur and majesty in the realm of Islamic mysticism, under whose banner and flag all the saints from eternity to resurrection were subservient to him. They would be under his flag, they would be under his banner, they would submit to him wholeheartedly. That saint, he was born, and he was born in the district of Jalan in Persia, south of the Caspian Sea, and he was the one who played a pivotal role in the reviving of the religion Islam. Therefore, he was termed to be known as the great intercessor, the Muhayyuddin. So this great intercessor then, it is our belief and it is our unwavering belief that he is that saint who will intercede for us. And why should he not? He is the one worthy of it. Why should he not? He is the one worthy of it, because his father, his grandfather, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, has been seen, has been believed, and he truly is the greatest intercessors of all time. So Hazrat Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala, the greatest of the intercessors and the saints of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, he is reported to have said, and it is well documented, that I will be standing at the door of paradise. I will be standing at the door of Jannah, and I will not enter paradise until and unless each and every one of my disciple, each and every one of my murid, my disciple, my devotee, he does not enter paradise. So this is Hazur Ghaus-e Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, that he stated that I will not enter paradise. He has the authority to enter paradise. He has been given the authorization by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala that he may intercede for sinners like me. That he will intercede for sinners like me and for the pious ones like you. That Hazur Ghaus-e Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu stated that I will not enter paradise and I will not enter Jannah until and unless every single murid of mine, every single disciple and devotee of mine does not enter paradise. So this is Hazur Ghaus-e Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And this practice of intercession, this practice of shafaat, this has been confirmed to us from the Holy Quran, from the lifetime and practices and sayings and traditions of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, of his companions, and then of the saintly and the pious ones. And we love him, we follow his teachings, and we do this because we have been commanded and thereby instructed by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala himself in the Holy Quran to follow him and the ones who are the pious ones. And I refer you and I take you to the verses of the blessed Quran, wherein Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala stated, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqeen. O believers, fear Allah and be with the faithful ones. O Allah, O believers, fear Allah and be with the faithful ones. Now, the matter to speculate and contemplate upon is Hazur Ghaus-e Azam not amongst the faithful ones? Is Hazur Ghaus-e Azam not a faithful one? He is indeed a faithful one, and he is one of the most staunch and firm believers of the religion Islam. He is one of the most beloved followers of the religion Islam and of the beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. So Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala states, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqeen. O believers, fear Allah and be with the faithful ones. And we have other documented evidences confirming intercession and confirming that we should follow them, that we should follow Hazur Ghaus-e Azam. At another instance, in Surah Maida, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala states, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Then, O people, ask the men of knowledge, if you know not. Then, O people, ask the men of knowledge, if you know not. Now what I again inquire is, and another thing that merits contemplation now is Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam not amongst the men of knowledge? He is indeed amongst the men of knowledge, and he is indeed amongst the most knowledgeable ones. He was the leader of saints, and he still is the leader of saints. Then O people, ask the men of knowledge, if you know not, and we know not. I know not. So I study the life of Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam. So I contemplate upon the life of Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam to ask humbly from the men of knowledge, to seek humbly from the men of knowledge, because I am humble. I wish to be humble, and I do not wish to say that I know, and I know enough, and I know a lot. But what I humbly say is that I know nothing, but I am a seeker. I am a seeker who has a bowl in his hand, and he sits at your threshold, O beloved, so you could pour as much as you wish in it. And we are those seekers at the doorsteps of Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam and our beloved, that they may fulfill and quench our thirst. Why? Because these saintly ones, they are the men of knowledge. They are the divine men of knowledge, the ones who have been given authority by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and they are the ones who will intercede for us. As Hazur Ghaus-e-Azam, Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he stated that I will be standing at the door of Jannah and I will not enter paradise until and unless each one of my murid does not enter his paradise. And this practice of intercession is also seen from the lifetime of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companions. And I take you to the verse of the Holy Quran of Surah Nisa, where Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala stated, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ فَاسْتَغْفَرُوا اللَّهَ وَاسْتَغْفَرَ لَهُمُ الرَّسُولُ لَا وَجَدُوا اللَّهَ تَوَّابًا رَحِيمًا. And if when they do injustice unto their souls, O beloved, they should come to you and then beg forgiveness of Allah, and then the messenger should intercede for them. Should the messenger intercede for them, then surely they would find Allah most relenting, the merciful, the forgiving. And Hazrat Ali Karamullah Wajil Kareem narrates, and it is recorded in Qurtubi Shareef, Hazrat Ali Karamullah Wajil Kareem states that it was that day, 3 days had passed since the demise of the beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, had apparently left this temporal world. He had left this temporal world. His demise had taken place and 3 days had passed to his demise. And it was at that moment, after 3 days, when an Arabi, a Bedouin, he arrived at the blessed court and blessed grave of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. He started crying endlessly, and he let flow an ocean of rivers. He shed tears endlessly while reciting this blessed verse of the Holy Quran, that Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala stated, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ فَاسْتَغْفَرُوا اللَّهَ وَاسْتَغْفَرَ لَهُمُ الرَّسُولُ لَا وَجَدُوا اللَّهَ تَوَّابًا رَحِيمًا. And if when they do injustice unto their souls, when they commit a lot of sins, is what I mean, then oh beloved, they should then come to you. Now Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala is not saying here that then they should come to me when they make a lot of sins, when they commit a lot of sins. What Allah is saying is that when they do such a thing, they should then come to you, O beloved, and then they should beg forgiveness of Allah, and the messenger, should he intercede for them, then surely they would find Allah most relenting, the ever merciful. So again, this is an account that confirms the intercession. And Hazrat Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu states that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, stated that one certain prayer of every prophet is accepted. And every prophet spent that prayer while in his lifetime, but I have kept my prayer. I have kept my prayer for the purpose that I will intercede. I will intercede for my ummah on the day of judgment, on the day of resurrection, and it will be given to every one of my ummah who kept themselves pure from polytheism, who kept themselves pure from shirk. They did not associate anyone with Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and this is what the beauty of intercession is, that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, will intercede for us. And Imam Bukhari says that Hazrat Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, stated, I will stay in the state of prostration before Allah. Allah will keep me in prostration as long as He will wish, and then I will be asked and I will be instructed to raise your head. Ask, for you shall be given. Ask, for you shall be granted. Intercede, for it shall be accepted. This is the account. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, is himself saying this. For how long will you keep your head below in prostration, O beloved? Raise your head, raise your face. Ask, for you shall be given. Ask, for you shall be granted. Intercede, for you shall be accepted. Intercede, for your prayer shall be accepted. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, stated that Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala will say this, and then Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala will subsequently say that we have been waiting for this day. We have been waiting for this day when we will show your glory and honor, O beloved, to the entire world. Now raise your head at once. Now raise your head at once and intercede, for it will be accepted. Pray and it will be accepted. Ask, for it shall be granted. Ask, for it shall be given. Then I will pray to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, who will then teach me, and I will intercede, and there will be declared a limit for me. Then I will take the sinners from the hell and enter them into the paradise. I will take the sinners from hell and enter into the paradise until and unless every single person would not enter paradise. I will do it 3 to 4 times. So the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, stated that I will do this 3 to 4 times. I will engage in intercession for my ummah before Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala in the divine and majestic court of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, such that every member of my ummah will enter paradise, with the exception of only those who committed shirk and the ones who were stopped by the Holy Quran. It was then inquired, what does it really mean that stopped by the Holy Quran? How can the Holy Quran stop someone from entering into the paradise? In regards to that, Qatada says that those upon whom the hell would be made obligatory, and wajib. So this is a short account that we initiated today of the series of addressing the lifetime and the teachings and the matters of wisdom, experiences, traditions of Hazur Ghaus Azam Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He is indeed the one we need. Our beloved is indeed the one we need. The one who would show us the right path, who would encourage us to follow the right path, even if And I humbly reiterate this, that even if at the end they make me die, even if at the end they make me die and scatter my ashes up to the sky, even if at the end they make me die and scatter my ashes up to the sky, my pit would break into this outcry. You are the one, oh beloved, you are the one I need, you are the one I crave. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.